Okay, now we're getting some audio. This is just kind of a status update of sorts, and also a look into what we're doing with possible Minecraft server. Also, just look at how cool shaders are. I actually own the full version of this texture pack or resource pack, but unfortunately the full version is it doesn't seem to want to work. It crashes Minecraft whenever I try to load the the full version of Realistica, so I might try contacting the maker of it. I'd probably have to include at least my graphics card, which would be easy enough. It's literally the fact that I don't have a good enough graphics card. I have a 4 GB. I think it actually shows in. Let's see here. Yeah. Shader options. GTX 1050 Ti. Basically a fairly decent mid-range. I figured just give an update. I've basically been busy working on this, and I have to work early. I worked early today, and I'll have to work early tomorrow, so I had to go to bed early. And by the time I realize how late it is, I'm it's too late to really stream anything too intensive. That's gonna take a while. So there's a lot of stuff is either copied from what I used in the Minecraft server or Minecraft on PS4, or it's being copied block by block from which is the case here. I'm just copying it block by block. There might actually be a schematic for this somewhere, but I did take a number of creative liberties, so I'd rather just go block by block, have my PS4 on the main screen, and the PC version on my other monitor. I got this side mostly done for the bathrooms. This is definitely a pretty substantial work in progress, but a Realistico is really good. I wish I could just use the full version. I'm also using partly the for everything that Realistico isn't covering. I'm using the default enhanced, I think. So we've got the fountain, a little circular area, then this town hall, which has to be worked on a little bit more because so far I've only gotten this one little area done, and I need to update the map a whole lot. I also wish that the shaders would do something a little something with the regular glass. Heck, the texture packs don't seem to want to use anything with default glass. I'm also curious about getting more realistic texture packs that use shaders and bump maps and normal maps and all of that. So suggest anything like that in the comments. something that has that is kind of true to the feel of the Minecraft textures. Just I just realized that this street lamp is in the middle of the road. And this is symmetrical? Okay, symmetrical. I think. Yeah. I decided to just go with glowstone street lamps because they're just easier and less redstone intensive. I've made a fair amount of headway with the subway system. I even have like a one cart track, well, two I guess overall, but it's like to and from. Not sure what the overall layout of this is going to be. Maybe we like to have like destinations around where like each of the like mine entrances are. I think I already showed the castle a little bit. I think in a previous video, but of course you need to see what it looks like with shaders and all that. Not sure what these pistons are for. I'm not sure what any of the redstone stuff is for in this build. Wow, the little like waterfalls look really freaky. Looks like even the vines have a bit of a like wavy effect, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense down here, but well, it looks really awesome. It's the sun, kind of. I think I might just turn off the interface, actually. And you get to see what this place looks like at night. This particular shader actually is pretty nice in terms of like nighttime atmosphere. Is not too dark. I think the other one that I was using didn't quite work too well with that. of like it raining. Actually, now I kind of like rain when it's all cool. It has like sort of simulated puddles, which in this pack is a little feels a little weird because it doesn't really accumulate. It just sort of like in this weird inconsistent pattern. Which I don't think it doesn't really feel especially realistic to me. Lavos' glow, kind of. Looks interesting during the night. Let's go ahead and switch to the cool blocks. Look especially interesting. We have Tendo Dojo, which has come along fairly nicely. I got the exterior basically finished. The interior needs a bit of decorating, although the rooms are finished. Need to like furnish them basically at this point. I got all the redstone wiring. I actually expanded upon it from what I did in the PS4 server. So basically all of the lighting is so I have like some exterior lighting there. There's lighting in the bathroom, which I believe originally was done with like can't remember what they're called. Like they're like from the end. Also, I think my next live stream may actually be Thousand Arms rather than Persona. I'll probably do Persona at some point, though. I may like do both. I don't know. I think the kitchen's well, it's not 100% furnished, but it's like the most furnished room so far. Very happy with how this has turned out so far. I've also gotten really good at like just the redstone lights in general and getting them to function without too much crossover with. There might be some crossover with doors, but I don't think so. You got clothesline out here, although the texture looks a little. I don't know if that's shading or. I think it might be part of a texture pack or something. I don't know. It's like kind of opaque, or not opaque. Transparent. Transparent is the opposite of opaque. Of course, this is the most elaborate of all of the redstone setups, and there's a little bit of a delay, unfortunately, for when it lights up and turns on. But and there's a storage shed, which is pretty barren right now. I may need to fill this in because it looks like the the building might actually stop short of it. I don't know. Let's see. There's a mansion which I don't know if I really did much of a tour of, but it's not quite complete. I mean, in terms of like the renovations and things that I usually do to it. So, I'll probably also replace all these steel doors with just there you go. I think they're supposed to be covered up by paintings. Yeah, this is definitely not furnished. I think actually there was like the build that he posted was somewhat incomplete. I don't know if I'm gonna do a complete tour. I just wanted to more than likely I'm gonna do some kind of a like intro video to Thousand Arms with the opening cutscene, because or like the intro cutscene, because I'm pretty sure that that music is going to trigger Content ID because it's a fairly popular J-pop artist. So I also just realized that there's probably, I'm not sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is just natural. It's hard to tell because it looks like really wonky, but I'm pretty sure it's natural. Also managed to get a seat with a mesa by close by, which is one of the things I really wanted. It's fairly similar to what we have on the original. So I would kind of like to have a tunnel somewhere, but I don't think there's any like real opportunity for a proper tunnel. I didn't notice this before. Probably could connect it to there. And it's actually naturally starting to rain. Get a little behind the scenes here of how I do. My little subway system and connecting into tunnels and caves and such. Actually, is a fairly long tunnel. What you do is I put torches to the other side, and then use a spruce door. And like the tunnel itself, but usually not anything too much beyond that. I need to find where the hole leading down here is. It's right here. A pretty small, so I get like a layer of like at least 2 blocks. There we go, tunnel sealed. That's a very small, like, pond type area. I'm sure I'm gonna go and get rid of those like little irregularities, but. Little bits of clay there that I'll probably just leave there. Pretty sure I got all the like caves and such accounted for. Really big thing I need to do is update the map. I think the picks is probably the, or club picks or whatever. It's probably the last major thing that I need to build. And copy over from the original. Versus just interior work and some remodeling, and hopefully I'll have this all ready by July or around July. Mentioned before that I think if you contribute anything in Patreon, you'll end up on the whitelist more than likely. This could be the basic rule to start with, and also it'll be like just a queue for viewers, like 10 to 15 viewers, just like shoot me a message or something, and I'll like arrange it. But of course that's when the server actually goes live, which will be a while. I'm not sure what to do in terms of lighting for the circle. I don't think it was even a problem in the original server, since it's all was like underlit, and now it's just actual concrete. Now that we have actual concrete. The other cool thing about this, actually let's clear the weather up here. Although, not sure it matters, but yeah, there's like volumetric clouds. Actually, I go up into. Whee! That's off center. I don't know how that happened. I should probably fix that now. Thinking about it. So when it does go live, it will probably be on survival. Right now, obviously, we're on creative, but we're just sort of importing everything from the original. which was, some of it was creative, some of it was done in survival. So there's a lot of like strangeness to like how I level it, because like, oh, I originally built this in survival, but now I did it in creative. So like originally created in survival mode on PS4. And there's like alterations I made to it on top of that. So like it's difficult to say. Like I should say like, oh yeah, I built like everything in creative mode at this point. I was working on building some things in survival. Probably once it goes live. As far as like what difficulty will be, I kind of prefer peaceful, but I think for Minecraft server it should probably be, just for my taste, easy. If a lot of people prefer medium or like normal, I might accommodate that, but I don't know. It's open to some degree of negotiation. So anyway, I think that's basically it. I'll be, I guess, experimenting with just using regular game capture for the intro to Thousand Arms, and then we'll actually live stream from there. So look forward to me posting the Thousand Arms intro in the near future, and followed by a live stream of that. So as always, thanks for watching. You can follow us on Twitter for further updates. Support us on Patreon, and LCS, and more importantly, DFTVA. I will see you in the next video.